Awesome. Well, we are here at KIPP Legacy for Back to School Night. I've got Sondra Samuels from NAS. I've got Stephen Weatherly from the Minnesota Vikings. And I've got Nicole Boardman from KIPP. We're here to talk a little education in North Minneapolis. So I'm going to start on this side with Sondra because I think Sondra did such a good job of kind of just laying the groundwork and giving a big perspective. But what are some of the challenges we're facing here in North Minneapolis when it comes to education?
Yeah, so when you think about all of the education disparities around our country, we are ground zero here. I would say we're the epicenter, right? And no place graduates Black students less in 4 years from high school than we do. We're 50 out of all 50 states. And so there's just so much work here to do. It is a travesty, and we have so much opportunity with the right educators right here in the community and the community supporting them.
Yeah, awesome. Stephen, you're a busy guy. Season's kicking off in just a couple weeks here. Why are you here tonight, and why do you believe in this kind of work?
Because I personally had a problem with reading and comprehension growing up. At one point, I was 3 grade levels behind, and it wasn't until I subscribed to Wired magazine is what enabled me to catch up and then surpass my abilities. Ended up going to an IB school, North Carolina High School, and ended up going to Vanderbilt. Right, and now I play for the Minnesota Vikings.
Wow, and you speak 3 languages, right?
I've studied a handful in Germany for a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah,
just that little bit.
and
So modest.
Right.
So it's just something I saw was very important. The helping kids to, I saw there being a need for an incentive-based reading program to help kids, the group that is off track to get back on track, and the kids that are on track to be advanced. So speaking with my agents and local community leaders, I saw this being a need, and thankfully it is now a real thing.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, Stephen. All right, Nicole, ground level, front lines in the school. Why is reading such a big deal?
Yeah, I think reading is really the key to everything. If you don't know how to read, it's really hard to do just about everything else in life. And if you don't learn to read by the time you're in 3rd grade, the chances for your opportunities after school are really limited. So it's really important and something that I think a lot of people take for granted because they learned how to read, that it's just like critical that we get it right and we get it right as fast as we can. We're opening as a middle school here at KIPP Legacy, and we know when students come in, we have to do exactly what Stephen said. If they're behind, catch them up. If they're on grade level, accelerate them because it's really the gatekeeper to pretty much every opportunity after that. We're so excited to be opening our 2nd middle school here in Minneapolis. We're going to change the statistics. We're going to make Minnesota a place that really does right by all kids, but especially students of color. So we're excited to open our next campus.
Yeah, awesome. Stephen, for a kid that maybe sitting in your shoes, or you can picture yourself however many years ago as a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th grader. It's hard sometimes. I mean, leaning into a lot of that coursework, especially reading, the grind. Like, what would you say to encourage a kid?
Man, that's tough. With anything, don't be afraid of failure. You have to be comfortable being uncomfortable, and that's with all aspects of life. But just know that you're never at the end, you're never at rock bottom. There's always something you can do to help. And so just in regards to reading and comprehension, find something that you enjoy reading. Any subject matter, no matter what it is. And then that, I believe, is going to be the way that you, without even knowing, catch yourself up. And I think that was it. We were assigned a lot of great books in school, but honestly, I didn't enjoy reading any of them. It wasn't until I made that subscription to Wired magazine is when I really enjoyed. And then from there came my love of knowledge and always wanting to learn, no matter what the medium is. So I'm always online. I'm always finding new books, listening to other guys talk about books they've read, and trying to get those too. So once you become comfortable with it, it'll open up a lot of doors.
Awesome. I love a lot of the things you said right there, kind of build this view of being a lifelong learner, that it's not just something that happens in school. So a question I was going to ask you that I want to ask Sondra, what does it mean to you to be a lifelong learner?
Yeah, that's the thing, is that school can spark so much. And like when you mentioned Wired magazine at first, I was like, wow, I wonder what about Wired? You were just interested in it, so it was a spark for you. that launched you into a life of learning, you know, and so it's, you never stop. And of course we know that our industry, our world has changed, and people have, I mean, educator, look, I'm looking at the educator here. Don't people, like they say, have an average of 5 careers now?
Oh gosh, yes.
Yes, it's
You're
high.
right. It probably
It's
is
high.
going up, yeah.
As opposed to like my parents, who like they stayed in the same job until they retired. That's not true today. And so just to be able to succeed in the workplace of the future, you have to be able to learn that. Okay, now learn that. Now learn that, and never stop. Much different than in the past.
Yeah, definitely. I love the aspect you talk about with just finding something you're interested in,
Yeah.
bringing some of that joy into
Right.
it. You know, the 3 values that really drive KIPP's work in this community are love, joy, and resilience. One of the things I love about Steven, just your energy and what you bring to the kids that we had a whole bunch of pictures and autographs in, is, you know, sports, entertainment, like someone like yourself that's able to come in and
Yeah.
give that message
Yeah.
brings so much joy into a process that
Right.
a lot of times can feel like a grind with the assessments and just trying to catch up. So what does that look like at the school level to be able to inject incentives and joy and just some of this motivation into it?
Yes, I agree. If we're not having fun as adults, the kids are not going to be having fun, and that's how you really keep them engaged and inspired. So we were talking a little bit before about the reading program we have that Stephen's going to help us take to the next level, and it tracks how many words kids read. If you read 1 million words in a year, you get into the Millionaires Club, and there are incentives that go with that. And it's really built on kids choosing books at their level and books that they're interested in, right? So we do still teach I think you call them great books, right? Like the classic books that like kids are expected to read in school, but we really do find ways to make sure they have access to books they want to read, and that they're excited about, and that they can take home, and that they can, you know, have their own copies of to keep, etc. So I love reading, and I really took that for granted growing up, that like, yeah, everybody loves reading, and that's not true, especially if it was hard for you to learn at an early age. So yeah, we really work hard to be joyful people here at school. We love our kids and their families, and I like the point you brought up about resilience. Like, students need to see us fail, they need to see us take risks, and to grow and learn from those opportunities.
Awesome. All right, last thing, power of partnership, teamwork, and collaboration. I think this is a really good representation of that right here. Each of you have very different perspectives on that. Obviously, as an NFL athlete, as a community leader, as a school leader. Just a couple words about the power of collaboration and partnership.
Yeah, so children and families don't come in pieces, right? So you can't just say, if we just do this one thing for this child, they'll be successful. That's not true. And schools can't do it alone. You know, so if you have a scholar who is couch hopping, or they're not eating, or they're in a situation of violence, and trauma, I mean, how do you get them to focus? It's really unfair to put that on a little person whose only thing that happened that caused that is that they were born into our zip code 55411 and 55412 here on the north side. So it takes all of us to really make that pipeline from womb to work, from college, from cradle to career. And I have a little T-shirt here that I've given to Stephen, but I took it back to hold it
Just
up.
the right size.
But this is when our youngest scholar will graduate from a 4-year college and in 2040. And KIPP can't do it alone. Stephen can't do it alone. With all of his philanthropic and giving of himself, it really takes all of us coming together.
For me, for just the idea I have is it takes a village. So for me personally, I'm not the one in the schools actually helping to teach the kids. I'm not the one every day out in the community fixing a plethora of problems, right? But I do use my platform to bring awareness to certain issues, along with that, helping to get kids motivated, because they're going to hear the same messages all through their time here at KIPP, which is how important education is. And when you hear it from the same people, it starts to get kind of callous. Right. But to hear it from someone who you see on TV week in and week out making big plays, a celebrity, it tends to sit a little bit different. Right. So if I can echo the same messages that these two are pumping every day, then I feel like I'm doing a great job and doing my part to impact the kids positively.
I would just say I feel so fortunate that we have our partnership with NAS and that we're developing one with Stephen. NAS is one of my first calls when I find a family that is in need, and we're doing everything we can as a school, and it's just not enough. And Naz always picks up the phone and comes up with another solution that I haven't thought of. But we never give up, you know. So with every single family, like all the people wrapping our arms around the family, like we can always find a way to make one, which is the phrase we use for that.
I like that. Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Awesome. Thank you all so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.